wine, wine, sipping and spilling it. Sipping and spilling the tea. Sipping and spilling it.
What is poppin', everyone?
What's poppin'?
How are you niggas doing?
Niggas is feeling like, I don't know, they're like pop star dream. I've been watching a lot of RuPaul Drag Race. So I'm like, you know, really feeling the whole lilac realness, the whole like, you know, feeling yourself realness, all that good shit. So that's how niggas is feeling. Niggas is feeling nigga-ish.
What does nigga-ish mean?
I don't know.
Niggas is feeling nigga-ish. I'm feeling really nigga-ish today.
I feel like feeling nigga-ish is just like standing in your own 10 toes down in your truth and just like, I said what I said. That's some nigga shit. That's some real nigga shit though. Like me, every time when I'm wrong and I still stand on it, that's some nigga shit. Cause it's like,
damn, so it's a nigga shit to be ignorant.
It's not a nigga shit to be ignorant. It's a nigga shit to say what you said and stand on it.
No matter if you're wrong or not.
And stand on it.
And stand on it.
That's
yes, you
shit.
heard it here at the Real Sip and Spill. Whether you are wrong or right,
if you stand on
that
it,
shit.
Like I'm gonna just say, stand on that shit. That's some nigga shit. That's some G shit. Like I feel like you can really change. You could change your mind, but still stand on what you said.
Okay, I actually agree with that because you can change your mind.
You're changing your mind, but still say, okay, yeah, I said that shit. And
but I said that.
It's like taking ownership of your actions is nigga shit because white people are above accountability.
Damn, and already we're not even a minute and a half in, and we somehow brought white people up at the Real Sip and Spill. So you want to get to our story time?
We can definitely get into a story time. So I sent Sammy a story on Instagram. If y'all want the video, I'll give it to you. So a man was basically on a podcast. You know what they do? They run.
Okay, so who is this man? Let's talk about who this man is.
I don't even know who he is. Actually, I don't even know his name.
Marvin. He looks like he's black and Indian. He actually has a weird face, but he's part of this.
Why does what he looks like has anything to do with his message? See? Not even 2 minutes in, Sammy's calling someone ugly.
One thing about me, I'm gonna call a nigga ugly. But he has a weird face. He does.
Okay.
Look, you saw him? I
mean, bitch, earlier off camera, we were asking if we was catfishes. So how are we the judge of who it looks weird?
I'm the judge of who looks weird in my eyes. I'm gonna let you know you look weird. And he looks weird, but that's not part of this. That
has nothing to do with the relevance of the story.
Wanted to throw that. You know me. I like to throw in shit that has nothing to do with the story just to add
always. So anywho.
One thing about me.
He was pretty much saying that women are...
he's on the Fresh and Fit podcast.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That makes it even worse. He's in the red pill era.
Exactly. So it makes sense why he's saying what he's saying.
You had to be there. But I feel like I told you, as of lately, I'm on the Instagram that is pro Kevin Samuels. So that's probably why that came past me. That video probably came past me. Because he said women are literally victims to their success. Because the more successful a woman is, they want someone that's either on their level or above them. Yeah. So he said, give or take, say a woman is making $100K a year. She's not looking at a man that makes less than her. She's looking at a man that either makes the same amount or more. Right. And she said, and then he basically broke down the statistics and said 15% of that people are women. And he's like, cut that in half, you know, that's like, you know, men that are attracted to you. So you are making your circle smaller and smaller for companions that you could possibly have because you don't want someone that is not less than you, but you want to equal and or above. And he said the opposite is for men. He said men, that opens doors for them. When they make enough money, they don't care how much money you make. But we were having this conversation with someone yesterday that men and women care about two different things. Men have the money so they can have that leisure. Women have that for the comfortability. We know once we get there, we just want someone that can add to that. Men don't care if you add to them if it's monetary. They don't care about monetary gain. They care about, you know, I guess emotional shit because they don't get any intimacy through anyone else outside of their possible companions, whichever that looks like. But yeah, I agree with that because I feel like it's true. If you make a certain amount, I don't want to date you if you make less than me. For me specifically, I can only speak for myself. I can't put us all grouped together because I just feel like that's very one-track mind. But how do you feel about that?
I feel like I feel like a broken clock is right twice, right? Even a broken clock is right twice. So even though I agree with what he's saying, I straddle the fence. Because just because you have more choices doesn't mean they're quality choices.
Oh, facts.
And just because a woman's making a certain amount of money, because let's be fucking for real, how many people make six figures? a large percent of the human populations do not make six figures. Most people make between 30 to about 60K on average.
On average.
So we're assuming his percentage is accurate. We don't even know if it's real.
We didn't even.
He could have threw out random numbers, but
he said it so confidently. I had to believe him.
I'm not saying he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying we're just assuming it's true.
Yeah.
So. And as we know, women are not above dating down. We know a lot of times women actually do marry men who make less money than us. So I see what he's saying. Like, yes, women do like men who are their equal or more. No, we do. I do. We say it all the time. We don't like poor men. So for a part of it, it's right, but it doesn't make it reality. No. Just because you put out this number and say this is what it is, doesn't make it what's actually happened, because statistically speaking, women are constantly marrying men who make less than us, and most people don't even make six figures. So I think when I looked it up, about 11% of women make six figures, and there's about 600 million women in the world, and that's the whole entire world. So 11% of that women are making six figures. I don't know the math exactly, but that doesn't sound like a lot to me. Maybe like 16 million. I don't know.
I know. I'm just thinking about the movie Think Like a Man, when she made so much money and she wanted a successful man. Mm-hmm. So when she finally got her successful man, it wasn't all that she wanted. Yeah. So it's like, you know what? There are some women
who are willing to do that. Yeah. So it's not women. A lot of times, women who make a lot of money, they care about different things too. Yeah. So the men making a certain amount of money isn't really as important to them as it is for us women who don't make as much money. Yeah. People who care about money a lot tend not to make a lot of money. Let's be fucking for real. So I get what he's saying, but I don't think it's the reality of things. So
it's half and half. I'm gonna say it's a half and half.
It's half and half. It doesn't mean he's wrong, but I don't think that's what's actually happening.
Okay.
All right. Well, the girls are back at it again with a messy ass episode of Sip and Spill. We create conversations. Oh, wow.
Sipping wine.
I go by the name of Thug motherfucking Sammy.
And I'm ambitious, Miss Congeniality. I couldn't even doubt. One more time. Stop that. Did I really? Yeah. It sounded because my lisp was taken over. No, you didn't. So, okay, well, I'm going to just say Miss Congenial because I think that it didn't translate because I was doing too much.
Gotcha.
Teray. All right.
Are we keeping all that?
I think we have to. At this point, we like authenticity.
So if you haven't already, follow us at The Real Sip and Spill at everything except Twitter.
Which is Sip and Spill 1.
And give us a 5-star rating.
Because we're some 5-star bitches.
Our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok, our Twitter, our Sip and Review when you send us shit.
And we review it.
Whoa, we haven't done a Sip and Review in so long.
We haven't done anything in so long. At this point, I feel like we are literally
Are we just randomly saying Sip
I think we just like to talk.
Is that what
Because I feel like right now, what have we done outside of episodes?
Have we done anything? Besides the episode,
we are the villains.
We've done reels.
We've done reels once in a blue moon. And we said we were going to do reels once every 2 weeks so we can always post it. And then even when we have reels, when shit messes up, on the back end, we're like, oh, let's just post the reel instead of posting our episode that got So you know what? We're the villains. It's okay. Because we have a meeting. Sammy's going to put me in the principal's office, and she is going to give me the P's and Q's of her shit. I'm going to dot the T's and cross the I's.
Exactly.
You see how I said that even backwards? See? That's why she's having the meeting, and I'm showing.
You're showing up. I'm like, let's have a meeting. We need to talk about shit. Hell yeah. This podcast is going somewhere. I'm the bitch to push it.
Fuck me, right? So, outside of that, would y'all please follow us until we get to our Would You Rather?
Would you rather watch porn with me for 12 hours straight or read an erotic novel out loud while touching each other for 12 hours straight?
Us touching each other while reading the... It's giving you want to fuck me. That's cool. Whichever one is more fun for you. You know, I'm down for whatever.
Girl, which one would you?
I would rather do what you rather do.
Girl, shut the fuck up. What? Which one?
I think it's because I would probably have more fun and interactive experience. So I would touch you and read a book.
So you want to read an erotic book while we touch
I would touch you. But I feel like I would feel very uncomfortable.
Touching each other.
Girl, shut the fuck up. Anyways, I feel very awkward watching porn. So I feel like watching porn for 12 hours and just
Mm-hmm. So you'd rather touch me for 12 hours?
I would rather touch you for 12 hours than to...
But where are you touching me?
I will touch you on your face. You know, maybe I could touch your titties. Okay. Maybe touch a little bit of booty. Maybe some, hours. You know, maybe some feet.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, you know.
All right.
This bitch ain't had sex in so long, she's trying to use me as her test dummy. Bitch, fuck you. So, let's get into some wine facts and so we can get into some motherfucking tea time. Tea time. So today is my turn to talk about what the fuck I'm drinking, but I might end up drinking hers because y'all, my sobriety has been a very, very
slippery slope
roller coaster that I have very much been, you know, trickling on. And it's not because I have a problem with drinking. Drinking has a problem with me. So, what I'm trying to drink today is another one of the St. Regis. It's de-alcoholized Cabernet. And of course it has no alcohol in it, so I can't tell you that. But it does have 70 calories per glass. It literally says nothing about this shit. So, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be 3 for 3 for all of them being nasty. Like, if y'all are going to make, literally, if you're going to make wine alternative, can you make it at least taste well? I don't even want to say taste good. I don't even think that sounds right.
Maybe it's the alcohol that makes it taste good.
Maybe that's the problem. And I feel like alcohol doesn't
isn't alcohol sugar? Isn't that a sugar?
Yeah, but I feel like alcohol doesn't even taste good. So for us to say that it makes it taste better, to say that alcohol doesn't even taste good, I'm going to try this really quick. Because if not, I'm going to drink some white bitch, okay?
Well, I got some Martha today. White on white crime. We love it here. What does it taste like?
I mean, it's not bad. You want to try a little bit? Just a little bit. Come on.
I'll taste yours.
It's only a little bit. Yeah. Look at her. She's trying to start our erotic adventures.
Well, I don't want to mix it.
Try it a little bit. Come on.
Oh.
It's not that bad. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. So I feel like I will fuck with a little bit of it.
Drink that.
Yeah. But the last 2 weeks, nah. Absolutely fucking not. Find somebody else to do it. Mm-hmm. But if I do decide to change my mind, y'all, I tried my fucking best with this shit.
It sounds like you're already putting it out there. Don't put that energy out there.
I'm not trying to put it out in the universe, but I'm being realistic about where my journey's at. And I feel like I have a good hang on my drinking. And I feel like I know the root of why sometimes I drink so much. So, yeah.
Talk about it. We'll talk about it off camera.
I think off camera is a little bit better because I feel like it would sound kind of insane in front of the world where I can't,
we'll talk about it.
I'm going to say, because, they like to fight me without even hearing my fucking side of the story. They be like, oh, Ami said 5 times. I'm like, fuck y'all.
Well, we be getting attacked a lot lately. But you know what? Let's get someone who gets heat time. So I want to know what this person's parents were thinking when they put 2 nigga names together on a daughter.
Okay.
Her name is Chris Sean.
Her
name is Chris and Sean put together.
Okay.
2 nigga names. Yeah, and it definitely...
She's been battling herself her entire life.
But you know what? I like her. I say it all the time. I like Chris Sean. I just wish she was raised better.
Yeah.
I think she's a product of her environment, and I feel like she has a good heart. And she tries to be a good person, but it's just like, when you don't know better, you don't do better.
Yeah.
And it's not like she is a person who knows better and still choosing to do better.
Yeah.
This child actually doesn't know better. So it has been announced to the world through Facebook Live, Actually,
I think it was Instagram Live.
Wow. Is Facebook Live still a thing? Do people do that still?
I don't know. I haven't been on Facebook in so long. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I haven't been on Facebook in so long because I got locked out.
Oh yeah, I got been on Twitter. Remember?
I do.
So sad. But yeah, we actually found on Instagram that Chris Sean is pregnant, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, they're having a child, and it's like, damn. I feel like 2 people like that raising a child is just a menace to society.
I think, and she was so happy about it because I feel like I would never want to take someone's joy of reaching a new journey in your life, but it was just. She couldn't even enjoy it long enough until Blueface was like, that's not my baby. She's had sex with like 10 different men. And I just think that being pregnant alone is already fucking devastating. Mm-hmm. But to have the partner that
it's devastating depending on the situation.
Well, I feel like it's devastating in general if you weren't expecting it. Let's say
okay, so being pregnant is devastating when you're not expecting it.
I mean, I feel like most women that find out they're pregnant and they didn't expect to be pregnant, they're devastated. It's
yeah.
Like, they're like, oh my God.
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
So yeah, and I feel like for her, she was like super excited. And she just was like saying things like, I wonder how many heartbeats there are because I hope there's at least 3 because I've had 3 abortions. And I feel like I really think she's taking this seriously, but the environment that she's in does not produce happiness and or a sustainable, healthy pregnancy, in my opinion. The environment she's in, I can't speak too much of. I can only speak of what I see. It's not going to turn out well.
Yeah, that's what makes it
even sadder.
It's like we're watching a very dangerous situation play out, and no one's doing anything to stop it. And it's like, what is it that we can do to stop it? I feel like we should not amplify it, though. We should not give them a whole reality TV show, even though I am watching that TV show. And I really tried for the longest time not to watch it, but I'm such a fan of her that it's like anything that she's in, I watch it because of her. And that's how much I'm like, I fuck with this girl, but she's unruly. And it's like, damn, like you just really wasn't raised right. That's your problem. It's not like you were a bad person or anything. It's just, and it's like, how is that fair? If the difference between me and her is just because I had better parents, honestly. How, like, how do you pick and choose who's a good person, who's this, who deserves that, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, but for example, how many times do we always say, yes, how you were raised is part of who you are? Because we have traumas. They might not be as traumatic as her things.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to, at a place in your life, understand that there is growth that needs to take place. And I'm so sorry, but
and that's the problem. She's not.
But she has to be, because at the end of the day, she has more resources than us. And we still found a safe space for us to go find therapists or find hobbies outside of drinking that are going to help with our growth. So I'm not saying that the problem is her, but the problem is her. I'm sorry.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but when you watch
you say, how can we blame someone? Because they don't see a problem in their actions.
That's
even when they're
problem.
Sober.
She don't see a problem in her actions.
Sober.
She don't see a problem in her actions.
Look at yourself on camera, seeing how you're acting, seeing the reactions, seeing the comments that people are saying.
And she still don't see a problem with it. So
and that's an internal thing. That's an
she wasn't raised right. It's like, damn,
but
bitch.
not being raised right does not stop you from looking at yourself and saying, what can I do to be better?
To be better.
Because clearly, this has been a 2-year run for her. This has been since COVID that she's been on this destructive route. And
actually, she's been on this route for years. We just found out.
Okay, but just now. But I'm saying, because they started dating roughly around 2020, because that's when they met on the show. Yeah. Right? So I just feel like if you're watching yourself.
On the show?
Yeah, they met on the show. You remember the Blueface one? That was in 2020.
That's when they met?
I mean, that's when they started dating.
Okay. I didn't know that's what I meant, though.
I don't know if that's where they met, but that's what I saw. I'm not sure if I don't fact check. If they said that they started dating in 2020, I'm gonna believe it. Okay. But for me, I just feel like you're watching yourself, you're seeing yourself, and she's in her 20s. I'm not saying
early 20s,
but either way. At my early 20s, when I was at my destructive state, I knew I was at my destructive state. Did I give a fuck? No. But did I know I was? Yes. So I'm not saying the baby's going to save her, but sometimes some people say that their children saved their life.
Yeah.
And when I saw the live, I saw a glimpse of someone likable.
Yeah.
It gave me someone that was like, I have something bigger to live for.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Well, I just wish her the best. They're both two people in a very toxic situation. They're both the problem, and they're both don't need to be with each other. Or I feel like maybe they do deserve each other. Whatever the case is, it's none of my business. Let's move on. Young Miami. I like Young Miami. I like Carisha Please. I watch Carisha Please. And the way she interviews and the way she acts, I'm like, okay, I fuck with it. She recently was interviewing the baddest bitch.
Me? I wasn't there.
Because it wasn't you. It was Trina. Trina is the baddest bitch.
That's crazy. I never heard of her.
I love me some Trina. Trina raised me. So she was on Carisha Please to Baddies from the South, and she mentioned how she likes golden showers. And when I was watching that, I was like, I don't know. I can't.
They say never felt that good where I told a nigga to pee on me.
I you know what? I don't want to kink shame, but I'm just like, pee smells like this. I don't know. I can't. Pee? You want a nigga to pee on you?
I'm not in a kink shame, but I feel like there's a lot of people after Young Miami did. I feel like, and this is when people say that women base their whole personality around people that they like. When people are like, oh yeah, I like that shit too. I like that shit too. I mean, you know, some bitches
maybe they feel comfortable now saying it out loud.
But some bitches been going to Dubai years ago and getting shitted on. So you know what? Don't use Carisha for the reason for you to come out with your kink. Yeah. And I know that R. Kelly is somewhere in jail kicking himself saying, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when not do it. Fuck them. And I'm just like, it is. Honestly.
It is when they're underage.
I mean,
and
hey,
you're a grown ass man.
Honestly, we gonna get into that another time because you know my stance on that actually probably changed too. Because I'm blaming.
Wait, you're okay with?
No, I'm not okay with peeing on children, but I'm saying let's talk about the parents though, because where the fuck were the parents at?
Oh, look, let's not act like kids don't be sneaking out and doing their own thing.
Okay, but that's once again not an excuse. So,
not an excuse, but it happens.
I'm not saying any of that to it, but I'm just saying it makes me think of that because I'm like, when R. Kelly was doing that shit, everyone was like, oh my god, that's so fucking disgusting.
Peeing on someone is disgusting no matter who does it. I don't care.
That's
bitch.
a fact.
Like
there's nothing. Sex ain't
never been that good for you to want to whip your dick out and then piss on me and just accept the piss. Like I don't even like
some bitches put it in their mouth.
Huh?
Do you think some bitches like get peed in their mouth?
Oh, girl, yeah. If you bitches nut in their mouth, they shit in their mouth, they pee in their mouth. Yeah.
Who shit in who mouth?
2 girls, 1 cup.
I've never seen that. That's why I told you. Porn is awkward for me.
Girl, 2 girls, 1 cup wasn't porn. It was something else. I don't know what it was, bitch. I ain't never seen a bitch take some shit and then share the shit. You know what? Let's not even go there because that traumatized my childhood. If you were a kid around in the early 2000s, you know what 2 girls, 1 cup is. Like that shit was traumatizing. But back to Young Miami, bitch. Okay.
Do you feel like she only okay with getting golden showers because it's by rich niggas? Because imagine if a regular nigga peed on you.
Who knows how long she been liking niggas pissing on her? Maybe that was always a kid.
I thought she only feel confident now because we only are connecting her to the one rich nigga. Yeah. Imagine if she was fucking with somebody that was like maybe an unknown nigga and he just peeing on her. Like say
maybe that was, but who knows how long she be like getting peed on? I don't know if it's a new kink. All of a sudden she starts getting peed on. I feel like if you like something, you probably been liking it.
You right.
So she might have been liking getting peed on.
She feels more confident saying it because she's fucking with a rich nigga.
I will feel more confident saying a lot of shit if I was fucking with a billionaire, bitch.
Because if a regular nigga's just out here peeing on me. Because
you are not peeing on me as a regular nigga. You ain't doing a lot of stuff as a regular nigga. But piss, you ain't peeing me as a rich nigga either. I'm sorry, I can't get peed on.
I'm gonna say, I promise y'all, I am not that fucking nasty. Like, I might have...
I'm nasty. I can't get peed on. I'm not pissed on me nasty.
I don't even like semen on me, so...
I don't pee.
You know, that's nor here nor there.
Let's get into the queen.
Let's get into some more pressing matters. I don't know if any one of you all have went through a public breakup that is extremely embarrassing and you're the last one to find out. Haven't. I mean, most of us haven't, but I mean... People that do take their L's in public, I think you should definitely take your wins in public as well. And that's why I am congratulating Miss Nia Long. I don't even know what the fuck we saw. I don't know the fuck what narrative we brought up together. But her and Terrence J... Her and Terrence J was in Dubai. And Dubai is a rich fucking city. He a fine ass nigga. She a single ass bitch. And he's single too. So we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 together. We made up a whole narrative that might not even be true. Right. But guess what? We holding true to that. Because we say that bitch taking her power back. She out here being fine. She being fun. She treating herself to a nice fine nigga in a nice rich city. How you feel about that?
I feel like we just want Nia Long to win so bad because we all collectively watched her in many different movies and TV shows, and we enjoy Nia Long. We love her. She is like the 90s baddie. Like when you think of the 90s perfect bitch, it's Nia Long, Jada, you know, Halle Berry. So it's like she is a timestamp. So it's like when we see a nigga fuck her over like that, we're like, damn, we want her to win. So we probably created this narrative. They're probably 2 friends chilling, but I don't know. In Dubai, who knows? But I think Omarion kind of started this because that little picture or video it was of him.
Yeah, and then he posted with her, yep.
Yeah, and it was posted on Twitter. He was cheesing so damn hard. He was just so happy.
You're not gonna cheese if you standing next to fucking Nia Long?
And I think that's what started the narrative. He was like,
that means she's actively dating. That's what we're trying to we're trying to say the heartbreak does not stop a bitch from actively dating.
And all these niggas are so happy to get a chance to be next to Nia Long. It's just like, yes, bitch, you are that bitch. It's just to be reminded of, yes, you're her. Nia
yes.
Long is her.
I really do. I feel like we all need that she's her, I'm her type moments to remind us that, life still fucking continues when niggas do fuck shit. Yeah. When your job got you fucked up.
Right.
When your friends.
When life got you fucked up. When your friends got you fucked up.
I feel like don't just wait on something little, but I just feel like we are using this moment to capitalize on treating yourself, because it does not matter what she's doing or where she's doing it with or who she's doing it with. The fact that she's still in public, still showing her face, because some people will go through a fucking breakup and we will not see them for months.
Yeah.
They will act like
we ain't seen Rob in years. What Rob going through?
Oh my God, Kardashian.
What is Rob going through? He's
going through his weight. That's what he's going through.
You think Rob is still fat?
I absolutely feel like he's still fat.
Yeah, he's still fat. But it's just like, damn. But yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I love that for Nia. I love the narrative that we brought out, and I'm going to keep saying the narrative, because maybe
that narrative
and the thing is, like we always say, we're speaking these things into existence. So technically we're really just wanting you to be back on your big bad bitch ass shit. So you know what? Congratulations from the Roast and Spill. You heard it here first. If you didn't hear it here last. So
I'm gonna tag her. Hopefully she sees it.
Hello. And so that gets us to our topic of the conversation. Treat yourself. So what does it mean to you to treat yourself?
I mean, treating myself is doing anything that makes those endorphins, those hormones going, that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be, no matter how little or big the thing is, that is treating myself. I
absolutely feel the same way. I feel like when it comes to treating myself, whenever any inconvenience in my life happens, I have to treat myself. I feel like it's like a balancing act, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm late to work. Might as well get some coffee. Like it's like little shit. Like you said, doesn't matter how big, matter how small it is. It's like treating yourself is a continuous process that you have to keep pouring into yourself. Because imagine if you having a bad day and shit just keep going bad, and you just gonna sit there and be in the badness. Nah, I'm gonna do something to just give me a little uppity up.
Yeah, that's true. Why you sit there and why would you sit there
and just be mad?
Badness?
That's why we always say people are fucking miserable. Like if you're mad and you choose to be mad.
And you choose to stay mad?
It's because, like, maybe you don't have the funds for it, or you just don't want to switch your mood around. Because
some people like to live in anger.
And misery loves company. And I'm so glad we're not them type of bitches. So that ain't got shit to do with us. So what is treating yourself look like to you?
So me, anytime I'm, like, in a shitty mood, I just go buy plants.
I like that.
That's me treating myself, is definitely buying plants. Also, perfume.
Yeah, you are a perfume.
I'm a perfume bitch. So like anytime I'm in like and candles.
Yeah.
So my treat for myself is candles, perfume, clothes. Definitely shopping is one of my. And plus, once I got on this Afterpay shit, bitch, Afterpay done fucked up, because you mean I can make a payment of $27 over 6 weeks?
6 weeks? 4 weeks?
And I get my shit now?
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, let's be fucking for real.
Everyone
uses Klarna. So anybody that act like they don't use Klarna Afterpay, I'm gonna say,
I Afterpaid a flight before. The flight was $137.
And guess what? Not even that. Like, even if you got it, you still ain't got it. You won't be like, I might be rich as fucking tomorrow.
I don't care.
What Glorilla say? What she say?
That's why I love tomorrow.
Exactly. Shit, we don't know what's gonna happen today.
I'm gonna pay for that tomorrow.
Exactly. That's how I feel about rent too. Rent is on my Afterpay, because at this point, you don't get it.
You Afterpay rent.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, realistically, you getting it on the fucking 3rd. You are never getting your rent on the 1st.
Oh, I always pay rent on the 3rd.
Because what if I fucking die tomorrow? Like, you think I'm about to... If
you die, they still expect your rent.
Exactly. But the thing is, if I'm dead, I'm going to be sitting there in a building, in my apartment unit, dead. No one's going to fucking know. But if I don't pay that shit, they're going to come check up on me and find out that I died. And then we going to do all the procedure that needs to be happening.
What if you die on the 4th?
That's fucking crazy.
I'm just saying. Any day after the 3rd, you still paid rent.
Like I said, you ain't going to get it to the 3rd, though. So if I make it to the 4th...
So if you're down on the 4th, it really don't matter.
So what does treating myself look like to me?
What?
For
I like
me,
that you ask yourself a question.
I mean, sometimes you got to take the initiative. So
sometimes you have to take the initiative. Bitch.
For me, I have it really bad with shopping, and I try to get a big grasp on it, because I feel like I said, anytime something just inconveniences me, I'm like, I need a new outfit. I'm like, I literally saw this meme. It says, nothing shopping couldn't fix. And I'm like, that's a fact. That's a literal fact. You can have a fucking badass day and you go shopping and you're like, I must be fine tomorrow.
That's why I love
There's
tomorrow.
nothing that you're getting your hair done doesn't fix. There's nothing that's getting your
lashes done getting
fixed. That's what I'm saying. Anything that does, anything that makes you look like or feel better.
Once you get anything that makes those endorphins going.
It's treating yourself. And I fucking love that. So there are levels of self-care that I sent you earlier. Did you look over those?
I did, and I did not.
Okay, so that's interesting.
So really, I did not.
So she did not, and that's okay.
I was getting my lashes removed.
Okay, so we can babble for a second while I pull that up of the levels of what it is for self-care. Mm-hmm. So there's 8 levels of self-care and how to practice them. I don't think I'm going to get into how to practice them because we're probably going to be talking about it all the way. But what self-care is there's physical self-care, not alcohol. There is physical self-care. There is mental self-care. Mm-hmm. There's emotional self-care. Mm-hmm. There's an environmentally safe self-care.
Ooh,
there's
environmentally safe self-care.
I feel like it's just probably putting yourself in environments that do not trigger you. Because mm-hmm. I feel like, I'm going to say, look, for example, Krishan, when she's consciously in these podcasting interviews where she doesn't have control of the questions mm-hmm. of the questions for sure. Yeah. And then when she gets triggered, it's hard for her to get yourself into an environmentally safe space. Okay. Financially self-care, mm-hmm. social self-care, recreational self-care, and spiritual self-care.
Ooh.
I think those all are pretty good.
Those are all great.
I feel like we didn't add it in here, but I feel like we just slide it in real quick. What self-care do you feel like you take precedent of all those other things that I just said?
Damn, he says a lot. So
yeah, so which one stuck out to you the most?
I think recreational self-care and
you do that shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Weed. Bothead. She's a hothead.
Smoke weed every day. And spiritual self-care.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely heavy on that. And also, I think those are my 2 major ones that stuck out to me. That
I think the ones that really pointed out to me is the mental self-care and the environmentally one. Just because I feel like those two kind of go hand in hand, because it's like if I'm at a mentally good space, being in places that don't make me feel safe, I can acknowledge that, move forward, and I would know how to deal with other ones that move forward. But those 2 definitely stand out for me.
Okay.
So, when was the last time you treated yourself?
Saturday.
Mm-hmm. What did you do?
Shrooms.
Oh, yeah.
So that's my recreational self-care. And I did it. It was a good experience. I didn't do a lot. I just take a little chocolate bar. But it was just like...
No, that bitch was on fucking cloud 12.
That was on Wednesday when I did shrooms. So.
No, bitch, when you on Saturday. Because he was like...
Oh, that was...
You was like, them lights did something to me. Them lights did something to me.
I was with you when I was on shrooms. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was on Saturday, right?
Yeah, that bitch pulled up talking about. She's like, oh no, I just took a shroom. It's gonna be okay. I said, Samantha, no, it's not. She's like, yes, it is. I said, no. And next thing you know, she was like, I could have really drank more. I mean, I'm just saying that we could have been out a little bit longer, you know? And I'm just like, girl.
Well, I had a great time on those shrooms, girl.
When was that?
But when was the last time you treated yourself?
When's the last time I treated myself? Well, I mean, it's more so recently because I'm going on a trip. We're going on a trip. I feel like that's
actually you were going on a trip. I just included myself. Yeah, I'm just like, bitch, you doing something?
Okay, yeah, no, that's a fact. But I mean, so that's literally the last time I treated myself was because I thought of myself first, and I was like, you know what, Ami, you've been talking about this for years. It's been like I've been talking about this since season 1.
You have.
So I'm just like, just fucking do it.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
I know. Okay. Well, we're going to get into that. Well, hold on. Are we going to get into that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So fast forward, I've been talking about, if y'all been watching this in season 1, I've been talking about going to Universal Studio because anyone that knows me, I'm fucking obsessed with Harry Potter. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go. And I just feel like, I don't know why it never trickled me to go. And I mean, I feel like I'm going to tell you what inspired me later, but I'm like, that's when I treated myself. I was like, you know what, Ami?
You haven't done it yet, but you will do it.
And that's the last time I treated myself. Like, buying the ticket is a step forward into...
You already bought the ticket?
I haven't bought it yet.
Okay.
Did you buy yours yet?
Girl, I don't know. The flight? No.
Okay, because, now that I know that you're not working on Saturday, we can probably get an earlier flight for Sunday.
Yeah.
So we can talk about that when we go eat, because we're going to go eat. That's what we do every Monday, though. We treat ourselves to eating all the time.
We're about to treat ourselves.
We are. And if it's an oyster, we're treating ourselves extra fucking well. Mm-hmm. Chef's kiss. I'll say, so why do we wait for others to treat ourselves sometimes before we actually take the initiative to do it ourselves?
I think it's just because people like the feeling of someone else
doing it for us.
them.
Yeah, I feel like
it's like having someone else throw your own surprise birthday party.
Yeah,
for you. It's like you know,
it's
everyone. I feel like
it's thoughtful.
It's thoughtful. It's just the thoughtfulness of it. So I don't think it's really just like selfish reasons. I think it's just because people like that to be thought about. People like to be loved.
Yeah,
most human beings. I think we all want the same things like that. So, but the thing is, we're so focused on everyone else doing the loving for us.
Mm-hmm.
We never step back to think about what about the love we have for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So we're always, and me too, like I always want someone else to do something for me. Like, you know, it's always, and it's not a bad feeling. It's not wrong. It's human nature to want that feeling. So it's like, yeah, that's exactly why we want to feel important.
We do want to feel important because I feel like because I feel like for me specifically, I can't speak, like I always say, I can't speak for everyone, but I would like to. I think it's so easy for me to just treat myself because I know I got it. And I feel like it's also, once again, a trauma response from when I was younger, not being able to get something when I wanted it. So now that I'm able to get it, I'm like, I get it because I want it. So just imagining someone doing something that you always spoke so highly about it. And I love that. So for me, I absolutely agree with you saying, because I'm like, when someone goes out of their way to make something that you keep talking about happen, it's like, damn, like you love me in real time, like you listen to me, you've done the work and X, Y, and Z to do that for me. So I'm not saying we so much wait for people, but it's like, it's just want to see but we're trying to see if we're seen. Pretty much too.
Yeah, that's what it is. We want to be seen.
Because imagine, like I always tell people, I'm like, oh, I don't have a hookah at home, and so when someone's like, oh, I'm gonna buy you a hookah, I'm like, oh, thank you. Because I'm like, I'm not going to do it myself. Even though I know I like hookah, I'm like, thank you, nigga. Mm-hmm. I wasn't going to do it. I can afford it, but I'm like, I'm not doing it. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So, what inspired you to boss up and finally get that fucking ticket, bitch? Because you were talking about this for a while, and I'm just like, okay, bitch, what was the reason? Are you ready to talk about the reason?
I think I can talk about the reason.
Okay,
because, I mean, I feel like there's no shame in my game, and I feel like I'm very transparent about everything most of the time. So, me and the guy I was dating went through a fucking hiccup. And, like, so for my birthday, he told me, he's like, oh yeah, we're going to go to Orlando Studios to go see, go to Harry Potter, X, Y, and Z. And so the hiccup was hiccuping. Like the man had my heart in shambles. I was about to fucking have cardiac arrest. And then Miley Cyrus came out with the song Flowers. And she kept saying, I can buy myself flowers, write my name. And I'm just like, hold the fuck up. Bitch, you really talking that shit. You are saying, why am I waiting for you to buy me these flowers? Why am I waiting for you to do these things so I can do it for myself?
Low-key, that song is inspired this episode.
It literally did.
No, low-key.
No,
that song and what
inspired me for the last 2 weeks.
Inspired this episode, yeah.
Yeah, and so thank you, because I mean, I know it sounds so cliche for like, oh, you got inspired by this. No, I absolutely
did, and that's real life.
Because sometimes you just need that extra push to tell
life
you.
Life imitates art.
And it's like, you literally can do it with or without someone. And I'm like, why am I waiting around? I'm like, he didn't take me for my birthday and I didn't get upset, but I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, maybe this is going to help me feel better. Maybe this is going to make me unsad. Maybe. Yeah. And so I'm literally thinking, I'm planning a whole fucking solo trip. I've never went on a solo trip a day in my fucking life. But I was like, it's going to help me feel better.
Yeah.
And so what I was just talking about, it just feels so cathartic that I'm just going to like, I'm doing it. I feel great. So that's what's inspired me.
Okay, wait. Do you still want it to be a solo trip?
No, I'm just saying, I mean, I still want to go to the trip. It doesn't fucking matter if solo or not. I didn't put anyone in my plans because it was so close
to you.
Yeah, because I was not close to me. It was so close to fucking Valentine's Day. I don't know people's fucking plans. Okay. So I was like, I literally woke up one day and I was like, I'm gonna go to fucking Orlando Studios. Mm-hmm. So who can you fucking call on a drop on a dime and they can just get off like that?
Me.
I mean, yes and no, because I mean sometimes you do work Sundays, Saturday. So I'm like, I didn't know if that, So when you was like, oh, it works with my schedule, I said, bitch, say less. I'm gonna say I have no fucking problem because we're gonna have a fucking ball. Me and Sammy have the most fun on vacations, but we never take pictures together when we're on vacation because Sammy don't like me.
No, because you don't like to take pictures of me.
I don't like taking pictures in general.
Yeah.
I'm such a video girl.
So, I mean, but I'm a picture person. So, like, when I go on vacation with other people.
You want us to take 20 pictures, I'm like,
That's how I am.
I hate
I'm gonna
that.
take 20 pictures.
I literally,
and I'm gonna take 20 pictures of you.
I've never asked you to take pictures of me, have I?
You don't, but
exactly, because I'm like, I'm not a picture person. I will tell you to take a video
person.
with me. I'm like, oh, get in this video. But I've never asked. I feel so awkward.
I want that. I do it for the gram.
I go on vacation. Niggas won't even know I'm on vacation until they see the video that I'm on vacation.
Yeah, girl. You don't know I'm on vacation.
So, what has inspired you to do your boss self-care, treat yourself shit?
I've been doing this, honestly. It's not the same thing for me because it's like I've been living this lifestyle.
I mean, I have too, but I just feel like we're talking about the most recently thing. Like, what made you start doing more recreational things in your life?
Nothing, honestly. Nothing's changed. I've been on this treat myself shit. Like, yeah. I've always treat myself. So it's like, nothing changed. Nothing made me feel like, it was like, bitch, this is who I am as a human being. With or without a nigga.
I think it's probably also easier for you to do that because I'm gonna say we're gonna talk about it next. Like when did you start prioritizing yourself? I think it's because you tend to be single longer than me. I literally breathe and I have another nigga or I'm dealing with somebody, and I feel like you are okay with your singleness and you're still. It's like you want a person, but you're like, yeah, I just have a non-negotiables and that's just not gonna deal with. And I'm like, I literally am always talking to someone. Like, there's never not a time that I'm not.
You're just willing to compromise more than I am.
Absolutely.
And dealing with a lot of niggas, you have to do a lot of compromising. And it's just your willingness to compromise and deal with situations that I would run immediately.
Absolutely.
And you're like, I'm about to see it through, my boy. And I'm just
and
like,
do.
Okay, Ami, and you see it through.
And I do see it through.
One thing about Ami, she gonna see it through.
And the thing is, I never have a problem with seeing it through because I knew what I was getting myself into.
You know.
So
then you're like, it is what it is. If it fucks me over, it fucks me over. I'm about to see it. I'm like, the second I feel like I'm getting fucked over, and that's I'm out. But honestly, you're just a much more braver person than I am. That's just what it is.
My vulnerability is my biggest weakness and my greatest strength. It's because
it's your greatest strength and it's my biggest weakness. That's what it is. You're just a much more braver person than I am.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. I'm not brave enough to deal with it. So I run at the smallest little thing. And the smallest little thing is scary because like, well, you're still a great person. I'm like, you can be a great person, but I ain't about to see it, my boy.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's what it is. So that's why I haven't had a recent, because it's like, bitch, I've been doing this because I don't deal with niggas on the same level.
Okay, so the question was, when do we start prioritizing ourselves? So I feel like we kind of already answered that, so we can probably graze over that. The next thing is, why do we find it important to treat ourselves?
I find it important to treat myself because I like being happy.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy my peace and my happiness. So I do things to gain that. So that is my short and sweet answer to that.
I feel like why is it important is because it's like you have to show yourself that you matter as well. Like
I matter. I know I matter.
I know, but I'm just saying, let's be real. Let's talk about people that don't put themselves first, or people that always think that they will gain happiness by someone else's happiness. Like wives, girlfriends,
women,
workers, even
sisters.
I'm gonna say, I feel like anyone that prioritizes the relationships over themselves, they tend to feel like they will seek happiness. Like, some people that are like, I'm gonna be so happy now that I'm a mother. Like Krishan, for example.
But do you think some people might just be caretakers and that's just
but I feel like having that quality does not make it any less of you wanting to treat yourself. For example, because out of my family, I made myself the self-proclaimed Beyonce. I told them so it don't sound like no shade saying it out loud. Because the one thing I'm going to do is treat myself. They're like, you always get your head and hair done. You always get your nails done. I said, because y'all, when I feel good about myself, I can present myself that way. And then my sister and my mom were like, I'm going to start doing that this year. I'm going to start getting my hair done. I'm going to have to put it in my budget. I'm going to start doing that. Like when people are inspired by you taking care of yourself and wanting to put it in themselves, the little things they want to do, like, oh, I want to start eating healthier. Like their self-care is like little things because they're like, overall, it's going to make me feel better. And if you say that these little things make you feel better, I'm going to start doing these things because once you become, you can go.
Honestly, it's crazy about the amount of people who don't partake in self-care, because I feel like self-care is just a regular routine for us.
It is.
We prioritize it a lot, and so many people do not even participate in it at all, and they know they need to, but they still don't participate.
But also, these people we're probably talking about are people that are either in very extreme long-term relationships, either with kids, or they don't. I feel like because we always have this hierarchy of what matters the most. And we always say kids, boyfriend, maybe God. I don't even know where y'all put that in the level.
Yeah.
But women,
and a lot of women tend to put themselves last.
And I always say I will never in my motherfucking life put a man and or a relationship before me. That's not even just like romantic relationship, platonic relationships. When a friendship's not serving me, I would not put it before me. So I am one of those people that's always put myself, my best foot forward, because I'm like, I can't. Because the one thing that we are going to be born with and die with is ourselves. So you got to prioritize that. Do I ever feel guilty when I treat myself? I think the only time I can say I feel guilty when I treat myself is when I know I ain't got no business buying it. That's the only thing I say. Like, say, you got something to pay that's coming up. And you're just like, damn, but I really want this right now. Because I feel like when it comes, sometimes with me, when it comes to treating myself, it's the immediate gratification of what I get out of it, not of the long-term gratification. Like when I say I'm having a bad day and I want to go shopping, it's not because it's going to change my life drastically. It's going to make me feel better in the right now. So the only time I feel guilty is when I know that I have other priorities that should take precedent, but I'm like, a little shopping wouldn't hurt a bitch or no. So
I don't ever feel guilty.
And that's a good thing.
Never.
I feel like there's other things I don't feel guilty about, but that sometimes I do.
Ever feel guilty about getting nice things. I don't ever feel guilty about treating myself. No. Even if I have $10 in my account, I'd be like, I made myself
That's
happy.
literally what that's like me, my soul. It's like bills, $30, account, $15, Wingstop, $9.
I don't feel guilty. But like, do I put myself in those kind of positions? No.
Exactly.
I'm an adult.
But we know people that do, but I'm just saying. That's why we're saying. That's the only way I would feel guilty if I know financially I can't afford it, but I'm still putting myself in a position to be like,
that's the difference is I don't put myself in those positions. But I feel like if I was in those positions, would I still feel guilty about treating myself?
Probably not. Knowing you, probably not. You're like, man, I'm rich as fuck today. And
that's why I love tomorrow. Yeah.
So, what is the stigma of treating yourself?
I think the only stigma that people have about treating themselves is over treating themselves.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I can think of.
I think some people, my thing when I think about stigma of when it comes to treating yourself, some people feel like they have to do a certain amount of work, or like say someone's like, I have to get 10 hours of studying done to get 30 minutes of reading of watching TV. I said
that's good though.
I never feel that way. I never feel like I need to study that hard to get only 30 minutes. Yeah, that's the only stigma that I don't deal with. I don't feel like my productivity equates to me treating myself. I do it by inconvenience. I don't do it by productivity. So if someone's like, "Oh, what did you do today?" I'm like, "I watched TV." That's it. I said, "Yup." Like, I don't feel like I have to do something to treat myself, but I feel like I need to be treated more when it's an inconvenience in my life. But yeah, you ain't gonna try to talk me into this fucking narrative that I have to do this, and the third. Like people are like, "Oh, I've been doing good on my diet for 5 days. I'm gonna eat an ice cream." No, bitch, I'm gonna put that in my fucking diet and I'm gonna just eat better.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at.
All right. So we're going to talk about ways to treat yourself without spending a lot of money. Because we are look, we already know very few people make a certain amount of money.
Facts.
We all act like we're rich, but we are really broke.
I am not broke.
I'm broke.
Maybe broken, but I'm not broke.
I'm broke.
Don't speak that into your life. Words hold power. You are not broke.
At this moment, I am broke.
You are not broke. You are a woman that is waiting on the abundance and prosperity that is coming your way.
I feel like I'm broke. I mean, I'm fake broke. I'm not actually broke you know what I mean?
Bitch, I don't even want to know what you mean because I don't want to speak that into your life.
No.
A life of prosperity is
I
your
say broke,
birthright.
but it's not real broke. It's just the broke that, I can't buy a house.
I mean, that's not broke. That just means that you are building to something better.
I'm building to buy a house.
Okay, but you have to think a different way of how you say it because words manifest themselves. Words hold power. They cast spells.
Okay, so ways to treat yourself without spending a lot of money. Mine is going to those Chinese spas.
Yeah, that's
a great treat to me.
Yeah,
and it's like what, $30, $25.
Yeah,
love doing that.
I feel like a way to treat yourself. I mean, it's very easy and simple, but watch TV. Like
You think watching TV is a treat?
Yeah, because some people feel like they're always on go. Like I mean, I literally know someone has to schedule in.
Because like you're doing all the shit and then like just relaxing and chilling.
I'm saying going for a walk, riding a bike, like those are things that you can do that are very inexpensive to treat yourself. Like you don't have to spend a lot of money. I mean, get that coffee, bitch. Not every
coffee
day,
is treating yourself.
I'm gonna say get
that nap, treating yourself. Taking that shower after having all those kids, treating yourself.
It's like it doesn't take much to treat yourself, but you have to start. That's the thing.
Just to start, yeah. And it's like treating yourself as anything you enjoy. It don't even matter what it is. Anything that makes you happy, treating yourself.
Facts.
Yeah, I like that.
So, did you want to get some motherfucking questions?
I think it's time to get some
questions. We did great. We had some good time, bitch.
So, do you deserve to treat yourself when you're broke?
No. I absolutely don't.
Damn.
I don't want to be contradictory because I say that, but I just feel like your priorities got to be a lot stronger than that. I feel like if you're broke, you can definitely treat yourself to some self-cares that are reasonable. But I feel like the problem is when you're broke, the mindset you have is a lot different. You are treating yourself excessively to get those endorphins, thinking that that's going to help everything in your life. And I feel that, doing it very moderately will be okay. But treating yourself when you're broke has to be very, I don't want to say low scale because I feel like any type of self-care is better than no self-care. But treating yourself, it just depends on what type of self-care. We'll say that. When you're broke, it depends on what type of self-care because mental health is important, but being broke is also important.
Being broke is important?
It's important because you got to realize where you're at. That's important. Like we always say, broke niggas don't deserve pussy. So why are you over here buying shit if you know you're broke?
Okay.
So I just feel like correlate that to that. If you are building on something bigger, being broke is important. Like you don't want to be here. This is not where you want to be. We don't want to be poverty.
Mm-hmm. No one wants to be poverty. So
my question is, why do you feel like you feel better after you treat yourself?
Literally biology. They get those endorphins.
I mean, but I've been saying get your endorphins other ways, like, having sex or,
And you always feel better after sex. You always feel better after all those things. Well, sometimes people feel worse after sex. I've never been in that position, though. I would hate to fucking nigga and feel bad afterwards.
I have.
Damn. Mm-hmm. I would hate to fuck someone and feel bad afterwards. But, yeah, that's what it is. You get that feels. Okay. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's your question?
Can you over-treat yourself?
I think you can, because sometimes you feel like you're deserving of more things because you feel like you should be further in life.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're always chasing that, that's what I'm saying. You can always over-treat yourself because you're searching for that endorphin. Like you feel like buying this clothes is going to make you feel better. Buying this coffee is going to make you feel better. Yes and no, it can do that. But is that in a healthy way, though?
Mm-hmm. And so we're saying that you can treat yourself but have a balance.
I feel like treating yourself with a balance is only necessity. I feel like if you're constantly...
What's the balance, though? I was like, what's the balance?
But I feel like, okay, for example, I don't want to speak too strongly on things that are not mine, but I'm just saying, mind those people that are like, you already know in personal life that they're not doing well, but they keep doing things...
Oh, it's like a nigga who don't got no job or no money, but he still buys weed.
Yeah, or
that's over-treating yourself because how you have no money but you still buying weed.
Exactly, because you want to feel better about life. But I'm like, why are you trying to feel better about life instead of fixing your immediate problem. Need? Mm-hmm. So I don't have a second question. So my because the second question I was gonna say is treating yourself only monetary, but we already discussed that. So my next question is, what is the best way to treat yourself? Like you personally, outside of your recreational stuff.
I feel
for you personally,
the best way to meet myself is going out the country.
I feel that.
Yeah, and that's my treat. One thing about me, I like to travel. So, anytime I get an opportunity to go somewhere, I'm gonna take it. Like, I just added myself to your trip.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, my favorite way of getting a treat to myself is
traveling.
Because I feel like we work, I'm not saying I work extremely hard, but I work hard enough to not have to be like, oh, because even when I was, like I said, I'm trying to still make your trip because I'm like, let me fluctuate this day, I got credit from here. Like, I'm still trying to go on that trip because at the end of the day, I need a motherfucking break. Okay?
Yeah, it's one thing about us. We enjoy vacation.
We do.
So, yeah, traveling is my number one.
Okay.
It gives me the most endorphins. It makes me the happiest. When I'm on a trip, bitch, you don't even hear from me. I'm just like...
That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. When Sammy's on a trip, I think she died.
Yeah.
I would check her location. I didn't have any service. Like, bitch, yes, you did. Because I'd be out of the country and I'd be having service. So, bitch, where your service come from?
My service came from my trip.
The cloud?
The cloud.
Thank y'all for following us on this journey. I think I had a lot of fun not talking about relationships. We haven't talked about relationships like the last 2 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, because I was traumatized. A bitch was like, I'm sick of it. I'm not talking about shit.
Yeah.
So thank you for following us on this journey. Please leave us some comments, like our shit. Follow us on all social media platforms, The Real Sip and Spill, except Twitter, which is
Sip and Spill 1.
And leave us a 5-star rating because it's some 5-star bitches. Ow.
I sip wine, kick my feet up when I get time. And as I recline, take another sip, let my thoughts unwind. Sipping and spilling it. Sipping and spilling the tea. Sipping and spilling.